Three. Hello, everybody, and welcome to your Week 5 recap show and Week 6 preview show. We obviously have a very special substitute guest tonight for Jamie Moynihan, who's out. He's at a wedding, I guess. But Snoots, welcome to the show. We love having you here.
Thank you, Ross. It's a pleasure to be here. Pleasure filling in for James the Twerkin Moynihan. I know he would love to be here, but he's got more pressing engagements. So let's go ahead and get this started.
All right, let's do it. So looking back on the season so far, we have 3 teams at 4-1. Obviously, Johnny, the Washington Woo-Woos, along with Jed and Jake, the Flying Macackies, and Masturbation, all at 4-1. Everybody else looking up at them. What are your thoughts on the season so far, though, Snoots?
I think this season our fantasy league has managed to mirror the real NFL this season. There's no one that's really run away with it. Everyone's pretty much bunched together. As usual, your division has a bunch of people that are in the 1-in-somethings, and ours has a bunch that are doing pretty well. All in all, everyone's team seems to be pretty much even. Everyone's got a couple wins for the most part, and a couple losses.
Yep, I agree. The teams are a lot more even this year, it seems. So, all right, let's get into Week 7. Some of the matchups here: Burgalicious, myself, versus A-Town. Wait, I was on the wrong week. Sorry, Week 6. Burgalicious versus Strip Club Casanovas. I already started out pretty well. Last night I had Andrew Luck put up about 24 points, and Dwayne Allen put up 6. He had DeAndre Hopkins with just 2 points, so I'm starting out pretty well. I'll take myself in this one. How about you, Snoots?
I'm gonna have to agree with you on this one. I do like BMAC's team this week. I think Andre Williams will have a good game. I think Deshaun Jackson should do well, and Gronk's just getting better every season. And I really like Steven Jackson. I thought I'd ever say that, but I will say that this week. But all in all, I think DeMarco Murray, Shady McCoy, Golden Tate, my boy Mike Wallace, I think you got a solid team. I think you're going to take it pretty handedly. But I think BMAC will put up some points.
Yep. I think it'll actually be pretty close when it's all said and done. But, all right, next up we got Kindergarten Cop versus the Thompson Takeover. This is a big matchup. Both teams are doing really well. Andy already had 20 points, or 18 points, I should say, from Andre Johnson Thursday night. This is the first time JK is rolling out the 3 top 5 receivers in Julio Jones, Jordy Nelson, and Dez Bryant. That's going to be tough to beat, especially when all 3 are in his lineup. So I'm going to go with the Thompson Takeover in this one. How about you?
Again, I'm going to have to agree with you. I was sad. The WrestleManias we're sad to see Dez Bryant go, but he pretty much, and him and Le'Veon Bell were our only hope, so we had to do something to change it up. Yep. But I agree. I think those 3 wide receivers are going to dominate. Running backs, not that great. Andre Ellington's okay, depending on what week it is. Sometimes he does well, sometimes he gets hurt.
Yep.
Hill is going to be pretty crappy as a starter. I think he probably should have started Spiller over him, even though he's also kind of crappy. I think the bye week with Jamal Charles hurts Kindergarten Cop this week.
Yep.
Andre Johnson did help him, but starting Ronnie Hillman, I think that's going to be what kills him.
Yeah, that could hurt. That could hurt. All right. Next up, we have the Washington Woo-Woos and Bad Blue Boys. Another game that was heavily impacted by last night's game. T.Y. Hilton puts up 33 points, 223 yards receiving, and a touchdown. And, of course, Trent Richardson finds the end zone. Even though he only has 40 yards carrying and just looks awful. But anyways, he gets the 10 points for Johnny, who's now projected to kill Albert. I know projections don't mean much, but Al was lucky to get a defensive touchdown last night, so his Texans saved face there by getting 7 points. Arian Foster has a big game, so this game actually could be close when it's all said and done, but I'm going to go with the Woo-Woos in this one.
Again, I'm going to have to agree with you. I think that John is going to continue his Cinderella season here. For some reason, his team just keeps putting up points, and no one's actually died or broken a leg or anything yet, which is amazing for a John Hart team.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Bad Blue Boys.
It's always tough to say.
It is.
Every time.
Also known as the Carolina Panthers, just aren't going to do too well. I mean, when Jonathan Stewart is there, I think Greg Olsen is going to be good this week, but other than that, the team's pretty struggling. Arian Foster did put up some good numbers for him, though, yesterday.
Yep. All right, so we're 3 for 3. Let's see if we stay the same here. So, A-Town Rat Tails versus the Fighting Frog Swamps. I also think this game will be close. Fighting Frog Swamps only got 19 points last night out of Bradshaw and Wayne. Jamie gets 8 points from the Colts defense, so Jamie probably started off a little bit better based off of what players should be getting. But, Fighting Frog Swamps, their team, Calvin Johnson not playing just really impacts this team because that's a focal point of his team putting up a lot of points. So I'm going to go with the A-Town Rat Tails in this one. Ooh, nice. What do you got there?
Woodford Reserve, actually.
Sweet.
It's a little nip. I'm going to have to agree again. I was actually surprised that Tim Wright is actually projected at 0 points this week. I could not quite figure that one out.
Wait, who?
But that and having Anderson starting for Denver, again, it's just like Ronnie Hillman. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen there. I think Frank Gore's finally turned it on, which, as a former fantasy owner, I'm glad to see that happening. But, I agree. I think the Cheese Man, Eddie Lacy, Sanders, I think they're all just going to put Steve Smith, even though he's 100 years old, still doing really good. He had a rough week last week, but
yep.
I think Jamie takes it in the end. I think it will be close, though. I think Matt Ryan puts up some serious numbers this week.
This could be a little slide for the Frog Swamps, who started out promising. But we'll see. We'll see. All right.
Agreed. He usually is a perennial top 2 or 3 in our league, but
yep.
His team just seems to kind of slide downhill right now.
Well, he's got a lot invested in Calvin. If he's not playing, that hurts a lot.
Exactly.
But I'll take it because I'm starting Golden Tate, so no complaints there. How about the Fredericksburg Flying Macockies versus Chooch Island? Chooch, again, this week made a deal with me to fill out his roster. He now at least has startable players in Ben Tate, Joique Bell, Julian Edelman, and Larry Fitzgerald, all newly acquired players starting in his lineup, along with Brandon Marshall and Kaepernick rounds out. So he's a whole new team here. Fredericksburg Flying Macockies with Manning and Demaryius Thomas just week to week tearing it up. Just that always gives him a pretty good chance of winning. So I'm going to go with
week.
What's that?
I said I felt that last week with Demaryius breaking the freaking single game record. That was fun.
And Johnny had Julius Thomas. That killed me too. But any of those Broncos, can beat somebody up pretty easily. So I'm going to go with the Macockies.
Again, I'm going to have to agree with you. I think most of the teams this week are pretty much one-sided.
Wow.
The Macockies, they have my boy Lamar Miller. I don't think O'Shawn's going to make it in the game. I think he's going to run all day against Green Bay. At least I hope so. Peyton and Demaryius Thomas, nothing you can say there that's bad. I do like Joique Bell this week since Reggie's not playing. Brandon Marshall is a crapshoot. But yeah, I honestly think that the Macockies just have too much talent on their team to lose.
Wait, how actually are you supposed to say that? Macaques?
Macaques. Yeah, I would say Macockies. I know it pisses his head off as well.
He just wants to say Macaques.
Yeah, obviously.
I refuse to say it. Okay, so 2 more games. Actually, we'll save yours for last. So let's do Ducktown Quackers versus Grimsley Bears. Ducktown Quackers really struggling right now, but the Grimsley Bears aren't putting many points up either. This, I think, will be a low-scoring game. I bet it's in the 90s, maybe even less than that. I'm going to go with Ducktown Quackers, though. I think he's got a little bit more star power. Forte, Antonio Brown. I think really the rest of his line, Eli Manning could put up points, but I think Freeman gets less than 10. Michael Floyd less than 10. Ebron less than 10. Hawkins less than 10. I don't. What were you just doing?
Nothing. Keep going.
So, even though Ducktown Quackers doesn't have a well-rounded lineup, in my opinion, I think he'll still get the victory, mainly because Grimsley's Bears running backs are not able to put up many points. Ivory gets a good amount of carries, but not enough touchdowns or yardage. Doug Martin struggling. I'm gonna go with the Quackers. How about you?
For the sake of argument, I'm actually going to go with the Grimsley Bears.
Really?
I thought this one would be a pretty even game. I think it all depends on whose players go off this week. I mean, Eli's been good lately, but it's Eli Manning, so he could throw 16 interceptions for all we know this week. Antonio Brown's been pretty solid. Forte is supposed to just go nuts this week. But on the other side, I think Matt Stafford can throw to your boy Golden Tate all day.
Yep.
Alshon Jeffrey can light it up. Doug Martin, who knows? Zach Stacy, same one. Eventually, they have to score some points. I think they'll turn it on one of these days.
Sure.
I really like Robinson from Jacksonville. He's another one that can get like a 70, 80-yard touchdown and just set the game up. So I think it's going to be very close. I think it's going to be the closest game of the week, but I'm going to have to go with Grimsley Bears.
Would you say this is the marquee matchup?
I would not. I think we would wait for the next one.
All right. So you think?
I think it's because a 1-4 and a 2-3. I think the marquee matchup's better for a 4-1 and a 2 and a 3.
All right. I agree. All right. So the marquee matchup: Masturbation versus Retzelmania. Two teams that have been putting up a lot of points. Masturbation, also known as the Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson, Marshawn Lynch, Percy Harvin, all in his starting lineup again. He's sticking with he's sticking with Keenan Allen over Kendall Wright, who had 2 touchdowns last week. Has Ridley on his bench, even though he just traded a starting running back for 2 running backs. He's only starting one of them, so that's interesting. Victor Cruz in his lineup. Bennett didn't do well last week. I don't think the Seahawks put up as many points as they did last week. I'm gonna go with you, Ricky Snoots. Retzelmania will take a victory here. I'm sure you agree.
Absolutely. I do agree. Pretty much for the same reasons, too. I think Seattle is not going to go as crazy as they did last week. I mean, I still think they're going to put up some decent numbers. But I think my boy Bob Marley reincarnate Le'Veon Bell. I think he's going to go nuts. He's been holding down the old Retzelmania this year. My new acquisitions, I'm really hoping put up numbers similar to last week, especially Oliver against a pretty much non-existent Oakland defense. Quick has been the #1 receiver in St. Louis, and they have to throw the ball to somebody. So There we go. Fantasy Larry's going to rebound. He's not going to put up that goose egg again. I think he put some serious numbers for Eli. Cordell Patterson's the only one that really is kind of bumming me out. I don't know. He was supposed to be like God's gift to football this year. Matt Berry can suck it.
Why do you continue to start him if he's struggling?
Have you seen my bench, bro? You want to start Roy Halou?
Yeah, all right. Well, you can make a trade or a waiver wire.
I do like John Brown, but I need to know who the hell's throwing for Arizona. If it's going to be Logan again, I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
But yeah, buys are kind of hurting me here. So I don't know. And the week I bench him is going to be the week that he just scores like 40 fucking points. But that's how it is.
I hear.
So Adam Vinatieri came through. I'll take 9 points from a kicker any week. Andy Dalton's also going to be a question mark. It was kind of slim pickings with Drew Brees on the bye, but we'll see how it goes. See if we get the good redheaded stepchild rather than the bad redheaded stepchild.
That's right. I think you'll take it down. So Snoots, obviously your first time on the show. Why don't you also tell people where you're headed here in a minute?
Oh, I'm actually off to a curling tournament. Yes, I'm going to go curling.
Nice.
As soon as I leave here.
Nice. So Absolutely. It's a tournament.
Yeah, it's all weekend. It starts tonight. Yeah, well, it depends how far I make. My team's pretty shitty, though, so I don't think I'm going to make it to Sunday. But that's good. I can watch football.
How are your curling skills?
Been pretty decent. I'm still kind of a noob, but all in all, I've been doing pretty well.
How's Jed?
I haven't curled, though, in about a month, so I'm a little rusty. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah,
How's
I'm
Jed
curling every Monday and Friday. I don't know. He hasn't played much. It's because this one's actually up in Maryland, so he's definitely not going up there for Fredericksburg.
I hear you.
But yeah, I'm fool enough. I'm going up there once a week, but it's like Potomac, Maryland. It's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
But alrighty. Well, it's been a pleasure filling in. It's an honor to be on the show. I've been an avid follower and avid watcher for the last couple of years, and I appreciate it. And we wish the best of luck to James the Frickin' Moynihan to get back next week. Thank you, Mr. Berge.
Thanks for joining tonight, Snoots. Good luck.
My pleasure. Thank you, guys, and good luck to everyone out there. Have fun watching football. All right, peace.